HCAM programming is supported by our viewers, thank you, and by Phipps Insurance Agency, representing companies such as Mapfree Insurance. Their family-owned independent agency is deeply rooted in the communities they serve and offer time-tested insurance products to fit individual needs. Since 1950, Phipps Insurance specializes in home, auto, business, condo, and renters insurance. Hello everyone, Tom Nappy here, and welcome to HCAM News, where we inform you about the happenings in Hopkinton. On today's edition of HCAM News, a new police officer in town was approved. Metrowest YMCA talks new facility in Hopkinton area, plus much more. But first, the Select Board recognized some Hopkinton Eagle Scouts.
I first want to say thank you for taking the time to have us here. I really appreciate it. My project was a story walk for the Hopkinton Public Library, and its main objective was to promote healthy outdoor activity.
Could you move that a little closer? Yeah. It's not quite loud enough.
Okay, is this okay?
Yep.
That's better?
Again, my project was the story walk for the Hopkinton Public Library, and its main objective was to promote healthy outdoor activity while encouraging love of reading for children. And it took about 1 year to complete, and it's still in use today. They switch out picture books for children to walk along and read at the same time with their parents.
Awesome.
Thank you.
My name is Ben Joyce. Thank you for recognizing us again for our projects. So my project, as Mr. Legoy said previously, I repaired a previous Eagle Scouts bridge over on Cranberry Trail. And it took me about 6 months, and it's still in use today.
Can you tell me like the logistics and restoring it?
Yeah, so I started out organizing with Mr. Legoy. He helped me a lot with it, getting the supplies and the help from the troop also. I led the boys to clear a trail as well, and remove the old boards that were all rotted and put on the new ones.
Excellent. That's quite the feat. And Dawson?
My name is Dawson Markey. My Eagle Scout project was repairing or cleaning veterans' gravestones at East Hopkinton Cemetery on Clinton Street. I did that because, if you fought for our country, you deserve like a clean gravestone, not a dirty one. So it's to honor, what they did to serve our country, and they deserve a clean gravestone. And the planning was kind of tedious. It took a lot longer than the actual project. But I was really proud of myself when I got it done. So that's really all that matters.
So tell me a bit about the tediousness of getting the preparation.
You just have to email an adult leader. There's a whole bunch of paperwork. It's just I don't know. It's kind of overwhelming. But then doing the actual project is fun. The paperwork, the planning is not.
I would be curious to know from all three of you if you can talk about something that might have gone wrong and how you learned from it, which I think is a skill you're going to use, later in life as well.
For me, the solution I used to clean the gravestones, it looked like for the first couple months that it wasn't working. Initially, I thought it was going to work instantly, but it took about 4 months or something. And I should have researched before how long it's actually going to take, so that I wasn't like disappointed after a week by not seeing any results. So I mean, that
definitely sounds like a lot.
yeah, that was definitely a big something difficult about my project and the planning and execution.
Thank you.
Joe?
Well,
I was going to ask him for all three.
You're all going to say something, so
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Okay.
So the most challenging part of my project was when I was taking off the board, since the whole bridge was so rotted, the screws broke off and all of that. So it took me a while to take them all off, but I learned how to do carpentry. My dad taught me, and yeah, I learned a lot from it.
Thank you.
Okay. Sean?
Some of the challenges that I encountered with my project was, one, there was some piping and infrastructure in the ground where I was installing the signs for the story walk. So I actually had to take a step back and design two prototypes, one that could be installed into the ground and one that could be hung and would stay attached to a nearby railing. Then another issue was the number of these signs that I had to produce. It was 18 plus 1 with my own plaque on it, and this number was a challenge because there would be mistakes because I was doing all these by hand, and yeah, just making sure that everything was as close to perfect as possible without making any waste.
The select board also approved a new police officer in town.
As you've all experienced, Kyle is going to graduate with his master's degree and his academy class, so he's going to hit the ground running. I'd like to personally thank everybody that goes into the work of bringing Kyle forward. Human resources, police officers doing interviews, Detective Sergeant Van Ralton working with Christian on all the backgrounds and setting up the testing and physical and psychological testing that we put candidates through. It's a very rigorous process, and quite honest with you, not everybody makes it through even once they have a conditional offer. So I'm proud to sit here with you, Kyle. And as a matter of what will happen next, hopefully if you decide to hire him, is he'll be passed on to the field training team. Tonight, Shannon Beloin is here. She's going to be his lead field trainer. She came in from her time off to be here tonight and support Kyle. And be happy to discuss what that looks like after you meet Kyle and after you consider him. You can talk right into the mic.
Excellent. Kyle, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, of course. As Chief said, I'm Kyle. I'm 22 right now. I'm from Millis. I'm a student officer in the Merrimack College Police Academy. How that works is once you finish your undergrad, you can apply to the program. It's a dual program, so I have to do my master's degree and the police academy at the same time. So it's been very busy. But yeah, I've known I want to be a police officer since before high school. It's starting to feel real now. I'm really excited, and I'm just happy to be here right now.
Excellent. I'm going to let the other board members just start.
I just want to say, I think that's really great that you're getting your master's at the same time. I think you'll never regret that you just got that out of the way at the beginning, although I'm sure you're really busy with it right now. But, so the town of Hopkinton has adopted the pledge principles and actions on systemic racism in our community and other communities. And that pledge reaffirms Hopkinton's ongoing commitment to address systemic racism, social injustice, and inequity in our governance and provision of services to Hopkinton residents and businesses. And so in what ways, as a police officer, can you support that pledge?
Yeah, I think a police officer is like the perfect spot where you should be supporting that pledge. I think treating everyone that I come in contact to the way I'd want to be treated by a police officer, or the way I'd want a police officer to treat my parents or my siblings. I think police work is based off factual information, integrity, and respect. There's no room for bias, racism, systemic racism, anything. And just to, uphold the pledge, obviously, if I ever saw something that made me feel the wrong way, I'd report it to someone higher up. And just as I would do that, I would expect another officer to do that if I were ever to do something wrong. So I think just holding myself to that high standard, I think that would go a long way for that pledge.
Amy Ritter-Bush, yes.
Yes.
Amy Ritter-Bush, yes.
Muriel Kramer, yes.
And Irfan Nasrullah is a yes as well. Congratulations.
Mom and Dad have a key.
The Hopkinton Women's Club monthly meeting featured the Metrowest Y and a presentation on an expansion plan to the Hopkinton Ashland area.
Family from Framingham. Who's heard of Fitz Insurance in Framingham? So it's been around for generations, Fitz Insurance. Well, a couple generations ago, the brothers who owned Fitz Insurance donated the piece of property to the Y at 280 Old Connecticut Path. And that was the beginning of that Y. And over time, it has grown and grown. And it started out probably 30,000 square feet. Now it's a 60,000 square foot beautiful facility. Right around 2019, in 2018, Peter and I went out and we did a feasibility study saying, what's next for the Metrowest Y? What do we need to focus on? And it came back with two real strong findings. One is we needed to do a capital campaign to make Framingham everything it could possibly be. It was getting a little tired. At the same time, we were asked to see if we couldn't find another piece of property for a second Y that would serve Hopkinton, Holliston, Ashland, Sherborne area. Because what we were hearing, and when you look at the zip codes of who uses Framingham, it's Framingham, Natick, and Sudbury, and Wayland. Right? People from Hopkinton and Ashland and out this way just aren't making it into Framingham anymore. Back in the day, it was fine. It was a quick shot. There wasn't a lot of traffic. Populations were so much less. But now over time, it's really become not convenient enough at all. And not to mention, it is just not enough room for everybody over there now. So we went down this road to find a piece of property. And kind of long story short, right as we were finishing our project in Framingham, right at the end of 2019, we were getting ready to cut the ribbon and open the doors. We got a piece of land donated to the Y on Route 135, just as you're leaving Hopkinton. Do we have that slide that just kind of shows where that is? You're heading straight down 135. You leave Hopkinton. You pass the middle school, there's a Dunkin' Donuts down on the corner, and 12 and a half acres behind that Dunkin' Donuts was donated to the Y.
We need to bring folks together, and that was a key aspect of this facility, really being a place that can do that. And the other was the mental health of children. We're really seeing a crisis with mental health, and think about the toll the last 3.5, 4 years, time is crazy, took on all of us. When you see how the toll it took on kids and how kids are acting out in different ways, and whether they were going through that time period as preschoolers or as teens or as high school kids or college kids, it just really had a huge impact. We actually have social workers on our staff now, which I never would have imagined 10 years ago, helping us work with kids and families to give them every chance to succeed. So our partnerships with the school systems are really important, and we have those ongoing conversations with educators. We're so proud to be an after-school provider of care here in Hopkinton and working with the teachers in the schools in Hopkinton, which are amazing.
You can view the full presentation airing on HCAM or at our YouTube page, youtube.com/HCAMTV. We are going to take a quick time out. A whole lot more HCAM news ahead. Don't go anywhere.
HCAM is supported by our viewers. Thank you. And by the Hopkinton Independent newspaper and online news site. The newspaper reaches 100% of the homes and businesses in town, and the website is updated daily with exclusive Hopkinton content. Readers can receive a daily newsletter and breaking news alerts via email.
Saturday morning cartoons are back. Every Saturday at 8 a.m., HCAM's Toon Time has an hour of classic cartoons, from Betty Boop to Superman to Popeye to Bugs Bunny and more. You'll see your old favorites and discover new ones. So tune in to Toon Time, Saturdays at 8, and start your weekend off with a laugh.
Actually, just the glory. We asked 100 fourth graders, what is a state in the western part of the United States?
Come on, world map, where are you? Confident.
Confident?
Very confident, apparently.
Fabulous. I'm Cindy Donda, and I'll see you there.
Welcome back to HCAM News. A new episode of HCAM's game show Bragging Rights recently took place. Here's a look at what happened.
Start each team off with 36 points. All right, it's time to meet our teams and players. Over here, we have Andelicious, and over here, we have Red Flags. Welcome, guys. So, do you want to introduce yourself and tell us your name?
I'm Rayvon.
And what grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade.
Very cool. And you?
I'm on hard. I'm in 8th grade as well.
I'm Nakash, and I'm the shortest kid in 8th grade.
Okay. Any fun facts about yourself?
No.
No. What about you?
I play soccer.
Well, okay. And you?
I'm the shortest kid in 8th grade.
All right. And over
Yeah, real funny, pal.
we have Red Flags. What's your name, sir?
Vikram.
And what grade are you?
I'm in 8th.
And
My name's Wade, and I'm 8th grade as well.
My name's Heyman. I'm in 8th grade as well.
so, Vikrant, do you know these other two guys or complete strangers?
Nah, I know them. They're my homeboys.
Were you excited to be here today?
Yeah.
And any fun facts about yourself?
No.
No? What about you, Heyman?
I'm feeling pretty good to be here. Okay, wait, let me think.
This is a tough one. Any guesses? Nakash?
A bird?
Bird. Do we have bird?
What is it?
Okay. Nice try, guys. That was a tough one. Well, I really want to know what's on a farm. Who's ready to find out what's behind 5?
I am. Let's go.
All right. Show me 5. A duck. Okay.
A duck. I said duck. Oh my god.
So, Red Flags won that round. Nice job, guys. And you guys risked 20 points. And Delicious, you guys risked 15 points. Foundational basics. Wait.
Posters.
Posters. Do we have posters? Nice.
LEDs.
Do we have LEDs? Back to you, Vikram.
Paintings.
Do we have paintings?
I'll just get all of them wrong so we have a chance now.
Wait.
Shelves.
Do we have shelves?
Decorating.
So, that was our final round. It is time to tally up the points. Congratulations to Red Flags for winning.
The Hopkinton High School Muslim Student Association teamed up with the South Asian Circle of Hopkinton to host a celebration of Ramadan. Here's a look at the festivities.
At their school. Thanks to the Hopkinton High School administration for supporting us, especially our Vice Principal, Mrs. Tice, who helped us form the association and helped with the setup and background details of this event. And a special thanks to Mr. Willander, our club advisor, who sat make it, but he always strives to learn more about Islam and encourage us in all that we do. I would like to thank everyone who is attending for their support, especially coming out on a weekday for your first or second day of Ramadan to support the youth. Jazakallah. Lastly, I would like to thank our fellow MSA members. As we hear your name, please come up to the front so you can take a quick photo. These people include our co-founders, Yassine Silva, our secretary, Wafia Sayida, our treasurer, and a special shout out to Aya Kodi, a board member, who set up the prayer room before the MSA was even assembled, and many of our MSA board, including Hamza Haider, Ramadan Mubarak. May all of our fasts and prayers be accepted. Ameen. Thank you.
Diversity is our unity. When we rise together, we rise in strength. Ramadan is a time for spiritual growth through patience, acts of kindness, and being helpful to all. May this holy month of Ramadan be a happy and blessed month for all of you. Let's enjoy tonight as a way to love, honor, and support one another. Ramadan Mubarak to everybody here tonight. Thank you for having us. And I would be remiss if I did not thank the most incredible Hopkinton High School, the faculty, the leadership for doing what you do so well every single time.
The first idea is the idea of belief, much like the founding of this country. When we say that all men are born equal, that's a belief. And then we strive to constantly improve democracy in order to make sure that that promise translates into reality. The same idea exists in Islam as a starting point. So the starting point is we begin with the belief that we have a common creator, and that creator is worthy of worship and worthy of belief, and that informs our values and our starting point. How do we connect them is the next question. For that, liturgy is very important to us. That's called salah. Now, liturgy is the mechanism by which we connect to our creator in order for us to have that bond that will remain through our lifetime and hopefully after our lifetime as well. The third rubric cultivates within us something that is called our charitable self. For us to be fully human, we need to be charitable. And charitable means that we have to prefer others over ourselves, and we have to give up our selfishness for the good of the common. So we invest in that as our third practice. The fourth one is the one that we are talking about here tonight, which is called fasting. In short, fasting, translated from the Islamic word that describes it, which is called sawm or siyam, if you render that into English, it simply means abstain. So fasting, again, the important idea I started with, is a practice. It's not an idea. Fasting is not a cerebral rationalization of a certain idea. It's modeling practice in a certain way. So what is that way? What is the abstinence here, or abstaining from something, which is giving up something for a higher purpose? What is that about? Fasting is an encompassing practice that requires us to abstain from many things that would come as mundane pleasures in our lives.
Be on the lookout for the full presentation airing on HCAM. Hopkinton Youth and Family Services had a large inflatable brain on display at Hopkinton High School to help educate students how substance addiction affects the brain. Jason Verhusky, Director of Youth and Family Services in Wayland, took us through the display and depicted how substances and addiction affect a human brain.
Hello, my name is Jason Verhusky. I am the Director of Youth and Family Services for the town of Wayland, as well as the Wayland Cares Prevention Coalition. I'm really excited to be here today with the giant mega brain behind me, talking to you a little bit about brain science, pathways to addiction, in different ways that both the brain works and how we can hopefully help our youth make healthy choices or encourage them to make healthy choices to have a healthy brain. So come on in. All right. So as we enter the brain, you'll notice there's a whole bunch of different things going on here. The first thing I'm going to talk about a little bit is the plasticity of the brain. So basically you can see that there's different functions of the brain. So there's normal, there's learning, there's degeneration. And the reason why I bring this up is the human brain doesn't fully develop until about the age of 25. And the reason why that's so important when we're working with young people is to encourage them to continuously make those healthy decisions as they're growing up, as they're learning, as their brain is fully developing, and making all those really important pathways. Those pathways just multiply until about the age of 11 or 12. At that point in time, our brain starts to...
It's time to tell you about some happenings in town you should know about. On Saturday, March 23rd at 10 a.m., it's the 3rd annual Family Fling. It was going to take place at the Hopkinton Town Common, but inclement weather is likely, so you can catch the event inside at the Hopkinton Middle School this coming Saturday, March 23rd, from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. There'll be fun for the whole family. The Boy Scouts Troop 4 Hopkinton are hosting a pancake breakfast on Saturday, April 6th. It starts at 7:30 a.m. at the St. John's Parish Center and goes until 11:30 a.m. They also have gluten-free options available. Admission just $8 to the general public and $5 for seniors. You can also get your tickets in advance for a little bit cheaper. $6 for the general ticket, $4 for the seniors. For tickets, you can contact Pancake Breakfast at troop4hopkinton.com. Our picture of the week, a great start to the spring season. This picture is by the Hopkinton Athletics page on X. As you can see, all the teams out there practicing on a beautiful day as we start the spring sports season. Upcoming town government meetings include on Thursday, March 21st at 6:30 p.m. We'll have the school committee meeting live on HCAM. And also just announced, a special town meeting will take place on Tuesday, May 7th at 7 p.m. You can see more details about that at our website, hcam.tv. And to view all upcoming town government meetings, head over to hcam.tv/gov. And for more information, you can head to the town website at hopkintonma.gov. Believe it or not, we are out of time for this edition of HCAM News, but don't worry, next Wednesday at 6:30 p.m., we'll be back. For everyone at HCAM, I'm Tom Nappy. As always, we thank you for watching. Take care, enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Goodbye, everybody.